Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Wednesday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up in sunny Brisbane, of course, and speak with the Eastern Suburbs Football Club, of course, play in the NPL Women's Queensland competition. And of course, we've got four very special guests join us right now to tell us a bit about it. Thanks all for joining us.
Thank you.
Happy.
No worries. Well, get each introduce yourselves and what position you'll play on the field.
All right, I'll go first. My name's Emma Starr, and I play center midfield.
My name's Katie Muscat, and I'm a right fullback.
My name's Jess Curran, and I play left wing.
My name's Bree Wallace, and I play centre back.
Tell us a bit about the season so far up to this point.
Yeah, we've had a really good season so far. So we've just finished 27 rounds, and we finished the season in second place. So yeah, we had a very consistent season, and I think we're all pretty happy with where we've ended up on the ladder. And yeah, it doesn't really matter anymore. We've locked in the home semi-final this weekend, and yeah, it's time. So hopefully we can go all the way.
It's a much better season than last year. Finishing in the top two, obviously with a home semi-final. Is this almost the best year that teams had? And where was the belief? Which was the game that was the turning point?
One that comes to mind for me was we had like a game against Gold Coast United. We were down 1-0 at halftime. You guys remember, but yeah, it probably was the first time in the season that we'd gone down at halftime. It was like kind of midway through the season, and yeah, some words were said at halftime, and we knew that we wanted to kind of prove what team we wanted to be throughout the year, and we ended up winning the game. I think it was like 2 or 3-1, which I think showed was a testament to how our season was going and that we really wanted to put in a strong performance. Yeah.
Jess or Bree, you answer. I wasn't here last year, so I can't
I'd
to
just
that.
say the vibes from the start of the season, like everyone knew we had a job to do this season and knew that we wanted to come back better than the last 2 seasons, in particular. So yeah, I think we've done that as a team, which is good.
And I think we had a couple of new players come in and a couple of old prior players leave. And I think the players that have come in have really made an impact as well on the team, and everyone's gelled and bonded really well. And I think having a coordinated team who are all like very close with each other, just works on the pitch with chemistry and stuff, so that's worked out really well for our favour as well.
How's the preparations been like heading to this weekend's game?
I think it's been good.
Good.
We've had intense training sessions over the past few weeks. Our morale is good. Everyone's getting along. Even after 27 rounds, I don't feel like we're tired or slowing down at all. If anything, I feel like we've picked up because we know that we have to win. So yeah, spirits are high, and I think we're really focused on what we have to do on Saturday. So I think everyone's just excited.
So tell us a bit about your head coach Lachlan.
I think he's been really great. All of our coaching staff this year have really brought a professional take to our environment that we have at East, and yeah, he's been excellent. All the trainings that we have, we've got a clear plan and a clear focus, and we kind of know what we're doing before we get there. And yeah, we have like game previews and also review games as well, which I think we've all found really beneficial throughout the year. Well, so yeah, it's been good.
You can see the thought and effort that goes behind each training session and each match, and even team bonding sessions he thinks about. So I think when you have a coaching staff that's dedicating that much time to the team, that all the girls will buy in and, really want to follow the coach. So I think he's done a fantastic job. And yeah, everybody respects him. Everybody likes him. And I think it's made for a really close team.
I'm assuming, obviously finishing second, I think you finished second behind the Lions this year. Am I correct? Yeah. I'm assuming that you want to beat them in the most important game of the season, hopefully a bit later on in the year. But how have you fared against the Lions this year?
We beat them.
Yeah. We've done a win, a draw, and 2 losses this year so far. I was saying to the girls, it's hard to beat a team of that quality a lot of times in a season. So I think we're just going to bring all the energy. Hopefully, if we win. Hopefully, when we get there, big dance, and hopefully we can beat them. We want to. So, yeah.
No, I was just gonna say that one of our games, the Kappa Cup game against them, was probably one of the best games we've had the whole season. Like the whole team really came together. It went into like extra time and pens, and we lost on pens, but we had 120 minutes of like really good football, and that was against the top team who's consistently been the top in the league. So I think that goes to show like our quality as well.
Yeah, and leading on from that, I think as well, when we did beat them in the first round, well, not the first round, but the first time we versed them this season, I think it really showed just the belief in the team and that we can do whatever we put our minds to. And I think that was a pretty pivotal moment where we can be like, if we can beat the best, then there's nothing really holding us back to go all the way. And yeah, I think that just really pulled everyone together to be like, this is what we want in the season. This is what we want to get out of it, is to be the best. And to do that, you've got to beat the best. So yeah, I think it's a good start to our season with that attitude and mindset. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of your question you asked before about like a pivotal game. And that definitely was the first one. It was one of them. And probably something we've maybe lacked in previous years is that belief that, you know, we are a really good side and we can beat really good sides. So yeah, it's cool that we've come this far, and yeah, hopefully we can beat them again.
Bree, when I had you on the show last year, I can't remember who I had with you last year, but I think at the time, I think you just came from, I think it might have been floods that might have happened that flooded your whole ground and your club rooms. And I guess I have to ask, how's that traveling? Is everything back up and running now? And how important the restoration have been from completely being flooded out, so the club being completely flooded out to restore back to and now you can focus on playing football?
Yeah, well, last year, obviously, with the big floods, it did put us out for quite a few weeks, as with a lot of clubs, but us especially considering where East is located, it's right next to the river, and so we fully got drenched, the club did. So we did have to adapt by, training at different venues for a big chunk of the season, which, was difficult at the start, but we made it work. But this season, luckily, there hasn't been big torrential rains or anything like that. So we've been pretty lucky with not really having to adapt that much. In the real times, there's been a couple of trainings where, it's been raining and we've had to move to a synthetic field somewhere else or a different venue. But we've been pretty lucky this season compared to last season with training venues not having to be changed that much and everything. So yeah, but it's going good so far. Hopefully no more flooding.
And so, Bree, I'm going to stay with you on this one as well. How's the resilience been like from 2022, where you set the floods, to this year where you've been successful?
Yeah, well, I think it made sort of everyone sort of regain a bit of a love for the game without having, when there was a period where we couldn't train or couldn't come together as a team, we had to come up with solutions like team meetings online and things like that, to still connect and make sure that everyone was still being accountable with their own individual programs and everything like that, staying on top of each other's training loads, well, your own training loads, I should say. And I think, yeah, with that, it's sort of made us bounce back stronger this year, knowing that we have had to adapt before. So if there is any scenario there where we do have to change or adapt, it's not that big of a deal, and we can come together and do that as a team. Whether it's been a couple of moments where we haven't had trainings due to like rain or something, and we've had like Zoom meetings online, and yeah, I think that's been good for the team. You're still showing up, being accountable for yourself, and yeah, I think it's been good.
So I'll bring the rest of them back for this next question. So how did all four of you get involved in the World Game of Football, and why did you choose it? Bree, you don't have to answer this one.
I can start. I actually started playing hockey when I was really young. Back in North Queensland, and there was a soccer field across the road. And yeah, I just thought it looked like a cool sport to play. So my sister and I jumped across and just kept playing soccer and really enjoyed playing with the boys when we were younger, and showing them a thing or two, and just stuck with it ever since.
For me, I started playing in year 5. The boys would play on the ovals at school, and a few of us girls decided we wanted to have a go and join in. And then that eventuated to us making our own girls team at our local club. And yeah, then a few of us really enjoyed it and looked into the NPL and saw how we could get into that. And that helped us open up our opportunities to playing at a higher level. And then we've just taken that on. And I ended up at East, which has been really good.
Yeah, I wanted to play like every sport when I was younger. So I did. And then I started playing soccer when I was only like 4 or 5 years old on like a co-ed team, and then stuck with it, played club soccer, went to uni, played there, and then knew I wanted to kind of travel around and keep playing as I got older. So yeah, I've just been doing that after college for the last like 8 years. So
You mentioned that you played college football, which is obviously big over the US. You must give your college team a bit of a shout out, and how did you fare? What's the best result that you played in regards to team wise?
So I played at George Mason University. We were the Patriots. Played there for 4 years. Had a great time. Team wise, my senior year, which is, I don't know if you guys call it the same thing here. That's the 4th year, the final year. Senior year, we made it to like the semifinals of our conference. We lost, but we almost got into like the NCAA tournament, which is like the big one in the States. And that was a pretty big deal just because it was, I think, one of the best the school has ever done. And there's also like an insane number of colleges in the US. There's something like 380 like Division I programs. So for us to get that far was like a big deal. Yeah, that was good.
Have you convinced any of your former GMU teammates to come down to Brizzy to play for the Tigers?
See, the problem is I graduated so long ago. I'm actually old. You wouldn't think it by my young looks, but I'm 29. So everybody from my university, they've all stopped playing like long ago. So I only know like one girl who's still playing from my school. And she was playing a bit in the US. So yeah, maybe I'll give her a text. I'll reach out to her, see if she wants to come to the land down under.
You all mentioned right at the start what position you play on the field. If you had a dream position, would you love to convince your coaches to put you? Where that be? Be honest.
I mean, I scored a goal recently, so
I knew you were going to say that.
No, that's just a joke. I don't know. I used to play up front, but I'm happy where I am right now. I don't know. Maybe on the wing or something.
Jess is goalkeeper. Or no, Bree's goalkeeper. Bree's
We're
definitely.
both the goalkeeper, actually. We both had a little go.
Yeah, I had stint in goalkeeper for the 23s. The keeper Susie got. I forgot, she was sick. Where did I think she was?
Is that Luke Combs?
And so I had to fill in, and yeah, it was pretty stressful. But I have played keeper against Lions when I was back at Gap, and that was in the women's comps. Had prior experience. One game I had to play for them. So who knows? Maybe I'll turn into a keeper now with all my 2 games of keeping experience.
Yeah.
So Katie, you mentioned that you scored a goal already this year. So I know you mentioned that you want to play wing, but is there any chances that you want to play striker?
No, it's just a joke. I don't know. Maybe if we're not scoring goals, we might get the call up, but Who knows?
Oh, good thing Sophie's not on right now.
Sophie would not happen, but look, we're a pretty versatile team, so who knows?
What does the sport of the world game mean to all of you, and especially being part of Eastern Suburbs? And I'll get each year to answer this.
I'll go first with this one.
Oh,
I was out injured for the last year. I did my ACL last year. So I feel like, especially being in a team like the girls I'm with now, like they're all very supportive. They've had my back like through the whole recovery. Now that I'm back playing, like they'll come in early and watch some of the 23s games. But yeah, like when you're out of the sport that you've been playing for ages and that's kind of all you know, you get to take a step back and see kind of not what you're missing out on, but what you're a part of. And like seeing the club and the team that I've been a part of for like the past 3-ish years, it puts it into perspective, the group of girls I'm with doing what I love, basically.
I'll go next. I'm pretty similar to Jess. Like, I think this is my 4th year at East, and it's just always such a family to me, to be honest. Like, I don't have my immediate family in Brisbane, and I always just feel so welcome walking into East. Like, that goes all the way up to, you know, the I guess the people that are involved in the club outside of our exact team, and it's just always just go and you just play the game that you love with some of your best friends. Yeah, but something that's really special about East, and I'm similar to Jess. Like, I was out of the game last year as well with a knee injury, and yeah, you do get to step back and kind of appreciate the environment that we are in and how supported we are. So yeah, it's a good club.
Yeah, like Katie, my family don't live in Brisbane either, or Emma.
Yeah, Emma.
So yeah, I guess, and I've been fortunate this season to play games with the 23s as well. So that's also, I've had a big group of people as a support network as well who I've really enjoyed, and just yeah, great friendships have been made from football, and I love just the competitive but also supportive environment that I'm a part of, and I just think it's a really great team, and I just I really do enjoy it, and I love the social side of it as well as the competitive side. And with uni and stuff, it's just a bit of a break just to come out and do something that you really enjoy at the end of the day, and it's a good way to end your day with training with such a great group of people.
I mean, I think that sport is a great way to travel and meet new people, and I feel lucky enough that it was able to bring me here, and I was kind of walking into it a bit unknown. Like, I hadn't met the girls, but I mean, from day one, everyone at the club has been so welcoming. You know, just people in the clubhouse, all the girls, team manager, coaching staff, every single person I've met. And you don't really get that at every club. So it's kind of just like a relief and a breath of fresh air to be somewhere where everyone is so supportive, but also a competitive environment as well. Like, we like to have fun, but we like to push each other and, you know, aim for higher. So I think it's kind of like the perfect combination. So I think it's a great club all around.
What have all you learnt from each other on and off the field?
I don't know if we're being serious here or like funny.
I don't know either.
I feel like if we're being serious, like, everyone's very driven. Like what Emma said, we like to have fun and enjoy each other's company, but we're also like, most of us have jobs or university degrees that we're working on, and you know, they're also high priorities for us. So we have to make sure that we're on top of a lot of things as well as football. So I think that inspires everyone to keep trying to do their best both on and off the pitch. Yeah.
I think on a non-serious note, learned from Emma that she didn't know what cordial was, or the teacher that you have to dilute cordial for it to work.
Okay.
There's been a couple of sayings, you know, from America where she's from, that her accent, like, she calls the ball will go in the bush or something, and she'll go, "Oh, it's in the woods." And little sayings that I think just bring light on the moment, whether it's a serious with training really hard and focus, and even just a little bit of laughter just makes everyone's day. So there's heaps of moments that learned from heaps of people, and I think everyone brings a unique part to the team, which is really special in our team. You know, we've got some internationals, not just Emma but Kaho as well, who's from Japan, and she's been in the team for a couple of seasons, and you know, she brings a lot of character and quality to the team as well. And I think it's just great to have diversity with positions and everything as well. So
what would be your advice to people that should get involved in the World Game? And has the World Cup, the Women's World Cup, which finished a couple weeks ago, has that, you know, helped in regards to, you know, people coming to your games?
I think massively. Yeah, like everyone saw the amount of support that not only Matildas had, but like just every single game really that was played in Australia and New Zealand. I think it was excellent, and just the quality of the games too. Like I think it just really showcased how good women's football is, and showed a lot of people that don't even follow men's or women's football like what those girls are capable of, which is really cool. And advice, I guess, just like give it a go. You might love it. And you might meet some incredible people along the way as well. So, you know, always give something a try. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the same. It's great to always get out of your comfort zone and try something new. And I think with the World Cup, there's a lot of people who didn't realise how big women's sport is, especially football. And so I know I had university friends of mine who don't play any sport or stuff, and they were going to watch the World Cup games, didn't know a thing about football or anything. And I think majority of people that went, you know, were there for the support, to support women's football, and actually realized how great it is. And I think, it was a big eye-opener moment when, you know, the Matildas got so far along to how they did, and the amount of stories that people hear about how now their daughters or friends want to play football, especially girls. And I think it's great. So I just think, if you want to try something, do it. Don't let anything hold you back. May as well give it a go. You never know what you could get out of it. Yeah.
Might end up at Eastern Suburbs.
Yeah.
Lighthearted question. So who was the comedian, the best singer, and into their TikTok/Be Real?
Comedian's hard to kind of look past Askin, I reckon.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
Yeah, he's hilarious. She's just so funny. What comes out of her mouth. Yeah, I'd go Askin.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other ones for the comedian?
I don't know. The whole team's got like, I don't know, we can all take a break from being serious and have a joke, and everyone gets along in that sense very well. But Askin's definitely one of the funniest.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tricky one.
Maybe Shani.
I was thinking that's probably where as well. Maybe Shan. Yeah. I don't know if we do a lot of singing in the change rooms.
Yeah,
maybe
in the zone.
Yeah, maybe we should. I've got to say Jacinta. But Be Real, Brie. What do you got?
Yeah, I'd say Jacinta. I don't know. I think a lot of us have TikTok and stuff, but you know, I have TikTok, but I don't post on it. I just watch people. But I think Jacinta makes some TikToks. I think Shani was in a big TikTok that was at the World Cup. She got a big highlight for being in a TikTok. So Shani
True.
Possibly. Probably. So Jess makes some TikToks.
Oh God.
Jess is a really good singer. We recently had a video going around from her birthday.
I was like 11 in this video. Oh, that's tragic.
Oh, Katie spilled the beans there.
No, someone sent it to the group chat. Bree posted it on Instagram, so it's out for the world to see.
That's all good teammates do.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, so we'll finish. We'll finish with this last one. What would be your advice to people that should get involved in the World Game? Considering now we've almost been three weeks since the Women's World Cup concluded.
I'd say just to give it a try. You never know if you're gonna like something unless you try it. Obviously we've seen everyone has been interested in women's football, especially because of the World Cup and it being in Brisbane. Oh, not Brisbane, just Australia and New Zealand in general. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of people that don't really follow soccer or football, and aren't exactly into sport, get involved and go to games and go watch things, and now have been invested in different things and have thought, oh, maybe I'll go and try that, and see how it goes. So yeah, I think just give it a go. You never know if you're gonna like something unless you try it.
All three, and please send out thank you to Emma as well. Thank you so much for getting up some of your time to join us tonight. Best of luck with your final series coming up very soon. And obviously we've played 27 weeks already, and obviously finals already just around the corner. And hopefully you can go all the way and win it all in a well-deserved season for the Eastern Suburbs NPL women's team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. And that's Jess, Katie and Bree, and of course Emma that joined us a bit earlier from the Eastern Suburbs Football Club playing the NPL Women's competition. Of course, we'll put all the details on the next couple of games coming up as they hopefully going for the Premiership glory in the next couple of weeks. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this Don't Go Away here on the 10th year celebration.